Okay. Please pardon the background noise. My son is in his room playing Fortnite with his friends, and he's not quite 11 years old. He's very loud. And anyway, so my name is Nicole. I am 32 years old. I'm not going to get into my life story. It's a lot. Come on, yo. But what I've decided to do is, after many years of avoiding my Bible, I've decided that it's time to read it again. I've read the Bible in its entirety, cover to cover, 5 times over the years. And there was a point, it was about a 5-year period, where I would read a chapter? I can't remember, it was years ago. I think it was, I would read a chapter a day. I would read 2 chapters a day, because I would read a chapter in the morning before I got out of bed. What is going on? Can it just be a little quieter? I don't know. Anyway, I would read a chapter in the morning, and then I would read a chapter before I went to bed. Sometimes I would read a little bit more, but I always read at least one, and this is how I got through the Bible in roughly a year. And then when I got to the end, I started over, and I did it again. So I did this for about 5 years, and it was a really, really blessed time in my life. My relationship with God was deeper than it had ever been. But I'll tell my story another day. Long story short, though, I have not made it a point to read the Word in about 6 years. So I would like to share this journey with whoever is interested. I'm gonna read my chapters on camera and upload them. And if you want to read along with me, or you want to just listen, you're welcome to do that. There's probably going to be crazy sounds in the background from time to time. I don't have like a wonderful scenic setup. I am in my pajamas right now. That's going to happen a lot. But like I said, you are more than welcome to join me. And I'm going to start with the first book of Moses, called Genesis. Now, this is the New King James Version. I like the King James Version for its it's raw, you know what I mean? But it can be a little bit difficult to read fluidly with a lot of deep comprehension because the style of language is so it's so old, right? And then the NIV, the New International Version. I've read the King James and the NIV side by side, and the NIV has taken verses out entirely, and it has changed the wording so drastically as to actually change what is being said. So I tend not to trust the NIV. That's just me. I like the New King James. I'm sure that there are some issues in that as well. Doesn't matter. That's what I'm reading. Okay, and this is what I pray that God speak to me through. So, Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. So the evening and the morning were the first day. Then God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Thus God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. So the evening and the morning were the second day. Then God said, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land, earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb that yields seed, and the fruit tree that yields fruit according to its kind, whose seed is in itself on the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, the herb that yields seed according to its kind, and the tree that yields fruit, whose seed is in itself according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. So the evening and the morning were the third day. Then God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and seasons, and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heavens to give light on the earth." And it was so. Then God made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. God set them in the firmament of the heavens to give light on the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. So the evening and the morning were the 4th day. Then God said, "Let the waters abound with an abundance of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the face of the firmament of the heavens." So God created great sea creatures and every living thing that moves, with which the waters abounded according to their kind, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth." So the evening and the morning were the 5th day. Then God said, "Let the earth bring forth the living creature according to its kind, cattle and creeping thing and beast of the earth, each according to its kind." And it was so. And God made the beast of the earth according to its kind, cattle according to its kind, and everything that creeps on the earth according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth." So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. Then God blessed them, and God said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and subdue it. Have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves on the earth." And God said, "See, I have given you every herb that yields seed, which is on the face of all the earth, and every tree whose fruit yields seed. To you it shall be for food. Also to every beast of the earth, to every bird of the air, and to everything that creeps on the earth in which there is life, I have given every green herb for food." And it was so. Then God saw everything that he made, and indeed it was very good. So the evening and the morning were the 6th day. It's different reading out loud. But I'm glad to be doing it. I had a vision last night. Not like a prophetic vision. It was more like an imagining. And what I imagined was, as I read the Bible with you, whoever's watching this, as I read the Bible over the next year or so, I imagine that I'm going to be changing somehow, like something, I know something is going to change in me as this happens, and I'm kind of like excited to document that unfolding. So I want to keep it very real. Like, I want you to see where I'm at now on day 1, chapter 1, verse 1, right? And I also imagine that there may be points where the reading like moves me and I want to talk about it, and that by no means is like me trying to have some like authority or preach. It's just I feel like I want to be able to do that, and if the reading moves you in any way, you have any thought, like share it in the comments, right? That's what the YouTubers say. Anyway, so thank you, and I guess I'll see you later tonight, because before I go to bed, I'm going to do chapter 2.